Hi guys, welcome back to the second lesson of School of Acting. So in the first lesson you saw how you can be an actor or an actress, and that's it's gonna be possible and it's gonna be great. In this lesson we're going step by step, so we're covering the first step to do when you decided to act. So I mean learning a monologue. With a monologue, it's gonna be the tool that you're gonna use for auditions. And auditions are, the front door of getting like a role in a film or a feature or short student film, commercials, voiceover, whatever you do, and getting it in fact to act on stage or on cameras. You need a monologue that shows you off. You need a monologue that you really like and you're really good at it. I would say the two things go together. So usually, if you like a monologue, you probably be good at it. So the thing that I will hardly suggest to you to do is go through your movie records and find out the movies you like the most, find out the characters you like the most, and learn some monologues of these characters. I'm talking about me. So for instance, I love the Goonies, I love the Dark Knight, I love Back to the Future. Let's say Back to the Future. I love Doc Brown character is so cool, it's so crazy and so exciting when you see him acting. It's like really like it's out of nowhere. The things he's doing, the things everything he's saying, it's like giving you energy. So that's the reason why I really love that character, and I've learned a monologue in my, when I don't know if you ever seen Back to the Future. I really recommend this movie anyway. But there's a time at the beginning of the movie when Doc shows the time machine to Martin, his best friend, and he's so proud about showing it. He wants to make a video of it, like to spread out the discovery, the most amazing discovery of the 20th century. And there's a certain part of it which I learned because it's the moment where he's saying that. So back to the basic. To learn a monologue, you're gonna find it obviously, and I'm giving you the tool for it. So the database that I use, which is pretty good, it's sfy.ru, which is a screenplay database. Obviously on the screenplay you can find every single word of the film, of the movie. So you just take off the monologue you like the most from the screenplay. For instance, I like Back to the Future. I like Dark. I like that monologue. So I go to sfy.ru and find out that monologue. Now I have it here. So again, the site is sfy. There's no need for www dot. It's sfy.ru, and there's a bunch of screenplay over there. So what I'm hardly recommend to you is just go over those screenplays, pick up one monologue you like and learn it. So second step, how to learn a monologue. Obviously, if it's a monologue you already know, it's easier. So you know the character. For instance, I know Doc Brown character. I know the way he's doing that monologue, and so when I'm reading it, it's gonna be easier for me, like just to saying with the emphasis he's saying that. But I'm gonna go through a cold reading because I'm assuming it's gonna be my first time. So to help you out, guys, with this. So Doc Brown, this monologue says, "Oh, let me show you how it works. First, you turn the time circuits on. This readout tells you where you're going. This one tells you where you are. This one tells you where you were. You input the destination time, the keypad. Say you want to see the signing of the Declaration of Independence or witnesses the birth of Christ. Here's a red letter date in the history of science, November 5th, 1955. Yes, of course, November 5th, 1955. That's the day I invented time travel. I remember it vividly. I was standing on the edge of my toilet, hanging a clock. The purchase was wet. I slipped and I hit my head on the edge of the sink. When I came in to had a revelation, a picture in my head, a picture of this. This is what makes all travel time possible, the flux capacitor." So this was a really cold reading. I was not putting any emotions on it. I was just reading it out loud. So what an actor should do is put emotion in it. So let's go back to the first lesson where we were doing an exercise about inhale and exhale, like yoga thing, you just get in touch with yourself. So first to learn a monologue, always like Peace down. Inhale, exhale. Let the breath in. Be aware of the environment. Be aware of your emotions. Be aware of your state of mind. And with this calm, you go through the monologue. And what I want you to do is that reading the words like you're writing it, like you're feeling it, like try even to express the words with your body, okay? So I'll try to learn it one more time in this way, and you will see the change, okay? So let me show you how it works. So in these words, Doc Brown is, like, he can't wait. He's so like, I want to show you how it works. It's like, this is the first real occasion I have to show this off. And I'm so excited about it. The most, he's showing out his creation, the thing that he works on for all his entire life. So it's like, let me show you how it works. I can't wait. It's like, let me show you how it works. And then he explained pragmatically what it works. Like, first, just listen to these rules that I planned. First, you turn the time circuits on. And then he turns the time circuits on. And then when I do seeing my monologue, like saying this monologue out, is like, when it turns the time circuits on. So now I see like all the pad or circuits turning on with all the little noisy sounds and all the lights like turning on like on the columns like sequence, and you when you see it, you just see this stuff all over around you turning on, and it's perfectly working, and it's giving you a lot of energy. Okay, so I want you to really imagine that. So let me show you how it works. First, you turn the time circuits on. Okay? And you have this one in which you see all the time circuits on. And then you explain to the camera, because in the scene there's a camera, so you say, this readout tells you where you're going, this one tells you where you are, and this one tells you where you were. Crazy, isn't it? Okay? So you just insert the destination time on the keyboard. Say, and now you're wondering, say why you should insert your destination time on the keyboard. And I would say, you want to see what you want to see. The sign of the Declaration of Independence, obviously, or witnesses the birth of Christ. Here's one letter day in the history of science, November 5th, 1955. And when you say that, I really want you to, it's like, you have this moment in which you say, November 5th, 1955. You have a moment of, realizing that, yes, of course, that's the day I invented the time travel. And you remember it vividly. Yeah, I was standing at the edge of my toilet, hanging a clock, and the person was wet. And you imagine this person was wet, and you imagine you just slipped, and you hit your hands in the front of the sink. Oh my God, how bad was that? But when you came in, you got a revelation, a vision. You got a picture in your head. A picture of this. This is what makes our time possible. The flux capacitor. Okay? So, obviously, it has been a really random explanation, but I'm going through it one more time, following the word, so you understand what I did. So, let me show you how it works. First, you turn the time circuits on. This readout tells you where you're going, this one tells you where you are, and this one tells you where you were. You input the destination time of the keypad. Say, you want to see the sign of the Declaration of Independence, or witnesses the birth of Christ? Here's one letter day in the history of science. November 5th, 1955. Yes, of course. November 5th, 1955. That's the day I invented time travel. I remember it vividly. I was standing at the edge of my toilet, hanging a clock, and the person was wet, and I slipped, and I hit my head on the edge of the sink. But when I came in, I got a revelation, a vision. I got a picture in my head, a picture of this. You have it just right on back because Doc is supposed to be on the, on the DeLorean, the travel machine, and this is what makes our travel time possible. It's the flux capacitor. What else? The creation of you. Okay, so this is a monologue that require excitement. So you really need to find excitement in you to play this out loud. But I would say if you do the exercise like breathing, inhale and exhale, like get in touch with reality, be aware of the environment, and then you go through it like feeling the words that you're saying, it's gonna be much easier. But in this lesson, I wanna trick you a little bit. Just one more trick you can use, which is from Meisner. Meisner, it was one of the of the columns of acting technique, and basically was Meisner was concerned about saying the words or being a character, connecting it to your experience. So you just to putting emotions into your words. So there's the text, and the subtext is the emotion you put in the words. Okay, so it's really good to use it when you learn a monologue, simply because sometimes you need more emphasis. You need more emotions on some words you want to say. Say you want to cry in a certain part of your monologue. So what makes you cry? Obviously, the monologue itself, it's hard to that it's gonna make you cry. You need to put some other emotion on it. So you gotta think about when you cried in your life. What was the reason why you cried? For instance, I cried a lot when I do a lot of efforts to do good things to a person and this person doesn't recognize. That really frustrates me because I really put all myself in it and this person treated like a trash. That makes me cry. Or I don't know, like seeing my mother cry. That makes me cry. Every each of us has a certain kind of, you know, certain kind of experience that makes him cry, and you just have to to re-experience it in yourself and put it in some words in the monologue. So it's gonna be hard for a crying scene in this monologue, so we're gonna do another thing on that. But for instance, the flux capacitor, I just do a little example and you extend it to every monologue you're gonna do. So the flux capacitor, flux capacitor, obviously you say the flux capacitor, but none of us ever created a flux capacitor. So when you say a flux capacitor, obviously you say, yeah, flux capacitor. I never do that, so it's flux capacitor. I mean, what is that? But what I want you to do, and what Marsden basically says, like, what is the flux capacitor for you? It's the best creation. It's your baby. So the flux capacitor for you, you gotta put the experience of something that is gonna be as important as the flux capacitor for Doc Brown. So for instance, for me, I don't know, I was really proud and really excited about my first punk band. When I created that, when I, pick up with my friends, say, yeah, let's create a punk band and play together and play around with shows and stuff. That was crazy for me. So my punk band names could be the Flux Capacitor. So when I say the Flux Capacitor, in my mind, it remembers all the great times I had with my band playing. That was my creation. It was my music, my word, my lyrics, my songs, and all the band were playing together so good. And there was, it was the flux capacitor, right? That was my flux capacitor. So I want you to find your flux capacitor this time and say it out loud when you say flux capacitor. Because one of the things you gotta learn is that there's a text, but there's also subtext. And the subtext could be anything you want. You can say a word in many different phases, many different times, meaning something different. And I'll give you a little example of this. Let's say the word hi. You just say hi, right? But how many times you just say hi? Like, I'm skeptical of you. I'm just say hi, how's it going? But I keep back. Or you say hi when you think, okay, this person is pretty good. I mean, let's say you like a girl or you like a boy. You say hi. It's another kind of different hi. Or you just say let's say you say hi to a big crowd of people. You say hi because you want to be good with them. You want to present yourself in a good way. So you say hi, try to be happy. Or let's say you say hi and you don't want any business with this guy. Say hi, leave me alone, right? Or you say Hi. Like maybe pretending something for this guy. Or like, hi, finally I found you. Or let's say, hi, it's like emotionless, like just to introduce yourself, like, hi, okay, now let's talk about what I'm supposed to talk. So I say hi in so different ways, and you can do that with every single word, and that's what makes subtext different from the text. Okay, so I want you to practice this. Leave me feedback, comment on this video, send me emails whenever you want. You don't like this video at all, just say it out loud. I like collaboration, I like interactions with my viewers, so feel free to do whatever you want. And I like advices, I like confrontations, so please feel free to comment, like, dislike. It's really good for me. And again, the site you're gonna through for the model is sfy.ru. It's the one I use. And remember to synthesize the lesson. Like, remember, pick out the model you love, uh, read it cold, and then read it with your emphasis, and put the subtext to the words, connecting with your experiences, words by words in this way, and you say it out loud. I would say really practice a lot. That's the best way to learn a monologue. Practice all of the time. Let's say you want to learn a monologue, say it out loud at least 20 to 30 times. And every time, just to try even to put a physical action to the words, emphasis a lot. And then you will see that when you say it even without it, it will make a lot of emphasis and impact. So next time, so for the third lesson, we go through how to get an audition and how to actually get the role. Take care, guys, and see you next time. Bye. Here is Robert Bass, and this is School of Acting. Take care.